Hello and welcome to the Schedulator. The Schedulator is a web app that allows you to quickly and easily make changes to your school's special schedule. So this right on the screen right now is my school's special schedule. You can see on the left side we have the special schedule by grade level. Which classroom teachers have which specials on which day and at what time. And on the right-hand side, we have the specialist schedules. So which specialist has which classroom teacher's class on which day and at which time. So let's just show, I'm going to show you how this view works. You can scroll on each side independently. All right, you can also use these toggle buttons at the top to make different grade levels disappear. Sometimes it's useful to focus on, say, just one grade level, like we really want to just focus on second grade. You can make the other ones disappear. You can make them all come back. You can do the same thing with these buttons here, like let's say we just want to focus on art. In this case, A stands for full-time art, A star stands for our part-time art teacher. We can make all the other specials, that would be our music teachers, our PE teachers go away, our STEM teachers go away, and now we're just looking at art. So you can click those buttons to view only the schedules that you want to view at any given time. Now let's talk about how to make changes to this. There's two main ways to make changes. One is to use the drop-down menu. So for example, if I click on this button here, kindergarten, Doe, Monday, Ms. Doe's class has art. So if I click on this button, notice this button gets highlighted here, but also this button over here becomes highlighted. And that's because these two buttons represent the same class, the same thing. Ms. Doe's class having art with the full-time art teacher from 1 to 1:40 on Monday, and it's represented on both sides. And all of the buttons that are filled in with a special are represented on both sides of this page right now. So I can use the drop down menu on either side to change which special this class is going to. Like maybe I want to make them go to STEM. Okay, now it becomes STEM. And now if I scroll down to the full-time STEM teacher, all right, here we go. We can see that Ms. Doe's class got put in, but that's going to be a conflict because Ms. Castro's class has it at the same time. So we can see that that's not going to work. So maybe we'll switch back to art. If we want to, we can switch to no special. That will take it away out of the right hand completely. We can put it back. Um, so that's the drop down menu. The other way is you can swap two buttons. You can basically make buttons change or trade positions. The way to do that, for example, is I click on art. Okay, this one's highlighted, and now I'll click on this music button, and now they've switched. So now Ms. Doe has music on Monday and art on Tuesday. All right, and you can see that represented over here, but now you can see there's a conflict. So, Ms. Russell, our full-time music teacher, now is teaching two kindergarten classes at the same time on Monday. So that's not going to work. So we can move back. All right. You can also move things around on the right-hand side. Click on the button here. Click on this button. Ms. Doe's class now got moved to Tuesday. But you can see that's not going to work because music and art now. She has music and art at the same time on Tuesday. So you can use this feature to sort of like move the pieces around and it will become clear if there are any it won't prevent you from putting conflicts on the schedule, but it will make those conflicts very apparent because there'll be two buttons in a row, and so hopefully it'll speed up the process of making sure that the schedule is complete and there are no conflicts. You can also switch buttons, like let's say, for example, my school's done this, where on Thursday, instead of second grade being second to last and first grade having the last block, they were switched. I can click on, first grade button here, boom, they've changed positions now, they've changed times. And if you look, like, let's say, Ms. Molina, second grade, where's that button? Okay, so that's over here. Okay, now if you look in art, it's listed at 2:35 to 3:15. That's different from the other specials times here. So you can change the specials times that way. Pro tip, click on the bottom button first. All right, if you click on the top button with the drop down menu kind of gets in the way. So that's not it's not so convenient. Click on the bottom button first. It's easier to switch them that way. The other thing you can do from this view is you can right click. Okay, you can right click and you get a drop down menu of all the different blocks in your school's schedule, and you can change the blocks directly that way. You can do that on both. So like let's say I right clicked on Ms. Castro's class. I got this drop down menu. Now I click 9 to 9:45, and now all of a sudden Ms. Castro is having art on Tuesday morning first thing instead of during this block here. So it's very flexible in what you can do. So that's this view. This view is for sort of when you have a rough draft or you have most of your schedule already done and you're trying to make those final changes and you're trying to move the pieces around so everything fits. How do you start? Um, how do you just start with the schedule completely? Well, when you go to schedulator.net, you should see a screen that looks like this. This should be the screen that you see. It's in build mode. Okay, and what you can do here is you can um, add and remove grade levels. You can change the names of things. You can delete teachers. So let me give you an example. Kindergarten. Maybe kindergarten has 7 teachers in your school. Click add teacher, click add teacher. If I want to change the names, I forgot to mention this. At any time, I can change the name. Let me really quickly go back to my school schedule here. At any time, I can change the name. So here I'm highlighting Doe. If I type teacher A again, it automatically sort of updates the teacher's name. This is available in any view. Um, anyway, going back to the build mode. Okay, so let's say we wanted to add kindergarten teachers. Okay, we added kindergarten teachers. Let's say my school doesn't have my school doesn't have pre-K. Well, I could delete pre-K teachers like that, or I could just delete pre-K altogether. Now, one thing I want you to notice about this delete button, when I click it, these X's appear. Be very careful because right there's no way to undo a delete at this time. So when I click it, the X's appear. I would say once you finish deleting things, click that button again to make the X's go away so you don't accidentally click and delete something by accident. But anyway, if I want to make pre-K disappear, I click on the delete button, click on the X, pre-K is gone. It's gone from up here, it's gone from the schedule. Awesome. You can play around with these colors, like maybe you don't like red for kindergarten. Click on this button, you can change to any of the colors up here. The top row is a little bit more muted and pastel. Bottom row is a little bit more colorful. I mean, I can make kindergarten pink. I can make kindergarten bright green. I mean, I can make it whatever color I want. I'm going to change it back to red. I can make that go away. Well, let me turn the delete buttons off. I can change the name of kindergarten. Um, you know, you can see as I'm typing the words kindergarten, it's updating up here in the table, kindergarten. I can change the abbreviation, okay, A, B, it appears up in this button up here. I can change the abbreviation, whatever I want. Okay, let's go to down here to specialists, okay? Same thing down here. I can add specials, all right? I can add like, whatever, maybe I want to add media and, you know, full-time media, and I'll make that an M as well. But how do we distinguish it from music? Well, let's give it its own color. We can make it orange, for example. Okay, and let's say my school doesn't have STEM. I can come in here and I can delete, with these X's, I can delete STEM off the schedule and press the delete button again, make those X's go away. Okay, so I can add and remove specialists. I can change the names. I can type in the names of our actual teachers. I can change colors, whatever I want. All right. Here's the other thing you can do in this view. This paintbrush, I call it super paint. Like if I click on it, if I'm starting from an empty schedule all right, is going to be very tedious to click and get the drop down, click and get the drop down. And actually in this build view, the drop down is not available. But if I click on this paintbrush, now all I have to do is click on a button and it automatically becomes art. So you can kind of very quickly fill in specials if you want to in this way. If you want to remove a special, like let's say I clicked that up, that was a mistake, I'm going to right click and it will go away. Right click and it will go away. Right click and it will go away. And then if I press that button again, now I uh, no longer have that functionality. But I can do that with any of the class. I can do it with media as well. Boom, 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 and just add it in. So this is probably the most efficient way to build your schedule, to put it into this program from the beginning. Last thing I'm going to point out is default times. Okay, these times correspond to the different rows on your schedule. So my school has 6 main times. Okay, and they're listed here. All right, and you can see if I go into schedule mode, you can see that these every row of the specialist schedule corresponds with the times in the default times column here. Currently, you can add a time block, but you cannot delete them yet. If you check back Tuesday evening, August 25th, hopefully by Tuesday evening or maybe Wednesday morning, that will be added in where you can delete. But currently, these buttons don't do anything. But I can add a time. Now, what about, if, for example, we have pre-K and they don't have a full 45-minute block, but they need to fit into one of these time periods. Well, you click this button, alternate time blocks. So let's say, I can click this button here and I get a new time block here. And let's say, pre-K might only have class from, 10 to 10:20, like 20 minutes. Okay, cool. Well, I actually deleted pre-K, so let me add pre-K back in. Okay, pre-kindergarten, right? And now I can click this here, and this will make that the default time. So now all of the teachers for pre-kindergarten now have from 10 to 10:20. Okay, so you can kind of play around with that. Okay, um, and you can change the default times. Okay, by the time you see this, that arrow won't get big. That's a mistake. Um, but you can change the times just all together through these drop down menus here. All right, and then once you have your basic things set up, your basic time set up, you can go back to schedule mode and now you can start playing around with things and moving things here and there and all that fun stuff. All right, let's say you have your schedule and now you want to save it. All right, you cannot save it to the website. You have to download a file onto your computer and you do it like this. Click on the menu up here, you go to download, and something called schedule. This is schedule 13 because I have 12 other schedules downloaded into my computer. All right, but that's schedule 13. All right, and then if I want to upload that, so if I were to come to this page again, it would be all empty again. I want to upload what I just did. I would click on upload. Okay, and now in my sort of downloads folder, I see schedule 13. I select it, and now everything that I did is back on here. So save often, and if you make a mistake, since there's no undos, you can just upload a previous version of your um, of your schedule. Let me go back to my school schedule real quick because the last thing I'm going to show you is how to print. You can make a really nice looking PDF just by clicking this print button, and there you go. Um, Make sure that background graphics is selected. If background graphics is not selected, it won't be in color. So make sure you got the color. And there you go. That's pretty much it. You can save